Hare Krishna. Welcome to Tax Guru YouTube channel. This is CA Rohan R. Pinglai, practicing chartered accountant based in Mumbai, also partner in Motilal and Associates LLP, member firm of Marks Network. Welcome to video series GST Relearn. And today is a part 23 and also a second last part of the video series. Yes, and after that, after completing part 24, next time this video series will end up. So today we are going to discuss topic advance rulings under GST. Yes, so let me allow to share my screen. Advance ruling under GST. Let's see what we are going to learn today. Concept and objective behind advance ruling, constitutional and statutory background, authorities for advance ruling under GST, persons eligible to seek advance ruling, questions on which advance ruling can be sought, matters specifically excluded, procedure, how to file advance ruling, time limits and hearing, nature, binding effect and applicability of advance ruling, appeal against advance ruling, rectification of advance ruling versus clarifications or circulars and jurisdictional issues and conflicting rulings, important practical examples, key case laws, the principles based on the key case laws, limitations and criticisms of advance ruling mechanism, best practices for professionals, and at the end we will see conclusions and key takeaways. So let's start. Advance ruling is a mechanism whereby a registered person, okay, whereby a registered person or an applicant desirous of registration can seek a binding decision from tax authorities in advance on specified questions relating to GST. What is mean by advance ruling is a mechanism provided for registered person or an applicable or an applicant who is desirous of registration to and who is seeking to register a binding decision from tax authorities in advance on specified questions relating to GST. So objectives are certainty in tax position, reduction in further litigations, ease of doing business, avoidance of future disputes, and transparent tax administration. So advance ruling is a preventive in nature and not curative. Okay, that is the mean. Constitutional and statutory background. Advance ruling under GST is provided under Chapter 17 of the CGST Act, applicable equally under SGST or UTGST. It replaces earlier indirect tax advance ruling frameworks, central excise, service tax, and VAT, but with state level authorities. Authorities for advance rulings under GST, that is AAR, constituted in each state and union territory, two members, one from central tax and one from state tax. Appellate authority for advance ruling, that is AAR, hears appeals against AAR orders and also consists of two members, central and state. Persons eligible to seek advance ruling. Who are they? An application may made by a registered person or a person desirous of obtaining registration. So what is important is the advance ruling cannot be sought by unregistered person not intending to register. Let's see questions on which advance rulings can be sought. Advance ruling can be sought only on specific questions such as classification of goods or services, applicability of notification, any notification whether applicable or not, determination of time and value of supply, admissibility of input tax credit, determination of tax liability, then whether applicant is required to be registered or not, and whether an activity amounts to supply or not. These are the very, very important questions. Very important questions. So advanced ruling is really beneficial if we sort matters specifically excluded. So there are also few of the matters which are not conducted at advanced ruling, means which are not entertained at advanced ruling. What are they? Advanced ruling shall not be submitted where the question is already pending or decided in applicant's case, any proceedings under GST law. This restriction is strictly applied. Advance ruling shall not be admitted where the question is already pending or decided in applicant's case and any proceedings under GST law. Procedure for filing advance ruling. Let's see what is the process. First, application should be in prescribed form. Then we have to pay prescribed fee. Examination of admissibility, whether it is the issue or the whether question is can be means frame for advance ruling or not, personal hearing if required, and pronouncement of ruling. These are the steps wise process. So key practical point here is questions must be precise and transaction specific. Question must be precise and transaction specific. Hypothetical or academic questions are discouraged. Means your questions should be precise and transaction specific. It word use is and, means it should be precise and transaction specific should be there. Should not be a hypothetical and on presumption basis. Time limits and hearing. AR shall pronounce its ruling within how much time of days? 90 days from receipt of the application. Means advance ruling should be pronounced within 90 days from the date of the receipt of the application. Opportunity of being heard must be given to the applicant. These are the principles of natural justice, and proceedings are judicial in nature. Nature, binding effect, and applicability, very important. So whatever the ruling provided by advance ruling, on whom it is binding effect and applicable. So binding nature, advance ruling is binding on the applicant and on the jurisdiction tax officers of the applicant, not binding on other taxpayers, other states, and other authorities. Very, very important. Means a one advance ruling is binding on applicant or jurisdictional tax officers of the applicant, not or, means on the applicant and on the jurisdictional tax officer of the applicant, and it is not binding on other taxpayers, other states, and other authorities. Next, appeal against advance ruling. One can also appeal against the advance ruling. So who can appeal? Applicant himself, itself, or jurisdictional officer. Time limit, appeal to be filed within 30 days and extendable by further period on sufficient cause. So one can also appeal to the advance ruling, against the advance ruling. Rectification of advance ruling also possible. Errors apparent on record can be rectified. Time limit is prescribed and no review on merits allowed. No review on merits allowed. It should be errors apparent on record can be rectified. But means under this, no review should be allowed. Under this provision means one cannot go and review. It's already decided one. So error should be apparent on the record to rectify the any advance ruling. Means under the curve of this provision, one cannot review its order again and again like that. Let's see advance ruling versus circulars or clarifications. Okay, nature of advance ruling is quasi-judicial and nature of circular is what? Administrative. Advance ruling binding on applicant and the officers, and circulars binding on the department only. Scope of advance ruling is specific transaction, and scope of circular is what? General. Remedy advance ruling is against means is appeal can be filed against advance ruling, and a remedy for against the circular is judicial challenge. One can judicially challenge the circular. Let's see jurisdictional issues and conflicting rulings. Practical problem is same issue, different AR rulings in different states. And key learning from that is advanced ruling lacks what? National uniformity, leads to uncertainty in multi-state operations. Means it can be different on state to state basis, and that is why it lacks national uniformity. Okay, that can be a conflicting, and there is a practical issue, practical problem, one can say. Important practical examples, let's see. A company seeks ruling whether a product is classifiable as a food preparation or health supplement. Outcome classification decides applicable what? Tax rate, and that is why one can go to the advanced ruling, so they can avoid the future litigations if any. ITC eligibility. A real estate developer seeks ruling on ITC eligibility on works contract services. Of course, an outcome ruling helps avoid what? Future denial and interest. Supply versus non-supply. Employer seeks ruling on recoveries from the employees. So outcome determines whether GST is applicable or not. So let's see now key case laws or principles, means principles laid down by the case laws. Ruling limited to applicant. Advance ruling applies only to the applicant and not industry wide at all. No ruling on pending matters. If issue already under scrutiny, AR must reject the application. Strict interpretation. AR cannot go beyond questions raised. Binding on the department, that is jurisdictional officers cannot take a contrary view. It is a binding on that particular officer. Conflicting views permissible. Different states may legally give different rulings. So these are the few of the principles we have discussed. Let's see limitations and criticisms of advanced ruling mechanism. Lack of national bench, conflicting rulings state to state, absence of judicial members, limited presidential value, and mechanical rejection on pending issue ground. Let's see best practices for professionals. So draft precise and narrow questions whenever you put forward any advanced ruling application. Avoid questions involving mixed facts and law. Disclose full facts transparently. Do not hide of anything. Use advanced ruling as a risk management tool. Okay, use advanced ruling as a risk management tool. Do not use for aggressive tax position. Very, very important. Now we'll at the end of our video, that is conclusions and key takeaways from today's learning. Advanced ruling is what? A preventive compliance mechanism. It provides certainty but not uniformity, as it can be a different from state to state. Binding nature is what? Limited. Of course, it is binding on applicant, jurisdictional officer of the applicant. So it is limited to a particular sector, particular part. It is not applicable to, as we already seen, that is other taxpayers, other high courts, other courts, other states. It cannot be applied. Useful for what? New products, new business models, large tax exposure transactions. Actually, it is also important. Means useful. We can use it for if new product we are going to launch. What will be the taxation? What will be the tax rate? And like that. So new business models, large tax exposure transactions. So it is definitely helpful, must be used strategically, of course it is, and not routinely. Means every time you cannot put and go to the advanced ruling, so it should be used as per strategically. So that's it for today. We have covered advanced ruling and we are now ending to the GST Relearn video series. And next topic is a miscellaneous provisions. That is a topic will be a 24 and a last topic under this particular YouTube series. Hope you have getting means you have get a valuable knowledge from this video series, and if you want you can also revise it from the video one. This is available on a tax guru YouTube channel, so stay tuned to the tax guru YouTube channel. If you have not yet subscribed, then do subscribe it for latest updates and video series like this. And as I said earlier also, that from January onwards I am starting a separate video series on concurrent audit of bank branches. So stay tuned for that also. Be updated and bye bye. Take care. See you soon. Hare Krishna.